Hi Godspeed, this channel is against the Big Bang and the current view of astronomy. Welcome, I say like science of a coffee or a tea. This is a black tea. And in this video I want to tell you a short thing. Everybody in these days says that Andromeda Galaxy is approaching us.
Astronomers have used the Hubble Space Telescope to forecast a future cosmic pileup, the titanic collision of the Milky Way and the Andromeda Galaxy in about 4 billion years' time.
Why Hubble said that it is receding? Why? This is what it means, a contradiction, and this is false. It is the Andromeda should make his mind. It is approaching or receding.
No, the reason we think that our solar system will not be much affected by this collision between the Milky Way and Andromeda is that galaxies are actually mostly empty space.
Receding at Hubble and approaching by current times? So, what I want you to tell you is this, and that maybe you will show to other people, that you understand. On the graph it says receding. Everybody who knows English, receding means to go away from us. And it is a mark even like x, like for the fools, 15 kilometers per second, the receding velocity. If you do not have a singular velocity of receding, you cannot calculate the Big Bang. If this galaxy will have 15, this 20, this 30, you could not bring them in the single point to calculate a single time for the entire universe.
Even though our galaxy, as well as the Andromeda Galaxy, has 100 billion stars in it, they're very far apart. So if two galaxies actually collide with each other, the stars basically pass right between each other, and the chance of two stars directly hitting each other is really, really small. So the likelihood that our solar system will be directly impacted by another star, for example in Andromeda, as we collide with it, is really, really small. Well, if life is still present on Earth when this happens, the changes in the sky will be quite spectacular. Now, they will be very, very slow, because the time scales on the scales of galaxies in the universe are very, very long. So you have to think millions of years. But even then, over these timescales of millions of years, we will see big changes.
Okay, so, but what I want to tell you is this. Gravity means to rotate. To rotate. It is not attraction. Why Andromeda is getting towards us? Why? To scare us. Why? Who makes it to come towards us? Gravity. I'm telling you science. Gravity means to rotate, okay? I'm telling you science. Gravity means to rotate. I'm telling you. All the body have a energy of movement, kinetic, and static energy of resting, that it means potential energy, and this is correlated with mass. And you have the law of movement, rectilinear, uniform, or like this. And all these cases are the cases of this. If you know science or not, even if this piece is resting here, the acceleration goes in charging the body with energy that it is converted in resting mass of potential energy. And this is the kilogram. This is the static case of this. I'm not joking, okay? And all the bodies fall on the earth like this. Like this. The vector demonstrates that something is circular. And they do not know how to make the conversion only between energy, not electron energy, but energy of movement, to this to be stable, not approaching towards, not going away from it. And only in this way you have gravity. If you have a relation between kinetic energy and mass that is related to kinetic energy. And only in this way you can have a perpetual circle. So, around who gravitates Andromeda? Around what? That to be a gravitational system, you are all stupid, or Earth, you are stupid. You are stupid and you don't know science. You are stupid and you do not know science. Why the Hubble says that it is receiving now approaches? Why? Because you are stupid, and this is means to be illogical. To say and non it is receiving or approaching. One of two. But now let me tell you, Andromeda, it is a star with many lights in it. Nobody says that the star should be like a sun, only you like this. And Andromeda is inside our galaxy. It is moving. It is moving.
Okay, we wanted to figure out how Andromeda was moving through space. So in order to do that, we measured the location of the Andromeda stars relative to the background galaxies. In 2002, they were in one place, and in 2010, they were in a slightly different place. And that allowed us to measure the motion over a period of 8 years.
But why it is moving? Due to gravity? There are stars that move inside the Andromeda. Maybe they are. Maybe this is what Hubble observed. This is getting like this like this like three moves, this like this, relative to some background. This is what this guy says. But it is not a circular case of movement. Not every movement is due to the gravity. If you accelerate the car, the gravity consumes your engine, your energy of the movement with 9.8 meters per second due to your ton mass of your car and your acceleration speed. You compound the vectors 9.8 meters per second. It is the rate of consumption on your mass of your engine. You understand? The gravity does something to your car, but your car does not move due to the gravity because it has an engine. And I want to tell you that there are movements not made by gravity. I made this movement. It is my force, my chemical force, my power, another way, power, electrical motors and things like this. So the clouds are moving on the sky. They are not moving gravitational. They are even against gravity moving. The clouds on Earth. They are moving due to some ionization and pressure and things like this, difference of density and things like this. They are another kinds of movements. So there are movement in Andromeda, maybe they are. But the game is not for stupid people between expansion. If you admit the movement, you admit the expansion. A car, it moves on the street. It is not expanding. The movement does not mean expansion. And if you take the graph and see one here, one here, one here, one here, one here, it means that it moves. From a constant axis, maybe. But that the move is not due to gravity. You demonstrate that something moves there, okay? Because this is something for you to remember. If something is moving in the sky, it is not demonstrating implicit the expansion of the universe. You understand? A car moving on the street does not demonstrate. So you must understand the difference between movement and expansion. If something is moving in the sky, Mars moves around the sun. It is not proving any expansion. There are chemical, electrical, mechanical, electromechanical and chemical and light movements, quantum movements, and all kinds of movements with mass and without mass. consider the mass of movement on energy and without mass of movement of energy. I drop some object. I'm not interrupting the video. Okay, so you must remember this. It is dynamic. Our sky is dynamic. It is dynamic, but not in expansion. Dynamic does not mean expansion. I move something from here to here. It is not, it is a dynamism inside our galaxy. The stars are moving, but not due to gravity, because we only know one kind of gravity, this kind. If you are recognizing something circular, perfect circular in the in a center of mass, and you have an acceleration and a movement, circular movement, that you imply the gravity. With energy, kinetic energy, and mass, that's when you imply the gravity. Not all the movements are. So it is dynamic, of course there is. Why? Because our galaxy is spherical and is surrounded by clouds exactly like on Earth, and maybe there are some movements, but the stars do not move due to gravity. Not everything is bound gravitationally. I proved, look, this is bound, atomically bound. Mechanical boundings, atomical boundings, and you understand that group of things, they are lights. And we can make a small light. If you say 1 trillion stars, I have 1 trillion LEDs. So what? But they are not bound gravitationally, they are not bound in any way, if you were put them in some installation. So it is for you something like to wonder, to what? To infer some stupid things. They are lights, and nobody identified them with the sun. Only they identified the stars with the sun. There could be movements, but I'm telling you, gravity is only this kind. And I explain to you gravity always, that you understand. When you go around Mars, you compound your vector of movement with the trajectory of Mars, if you know the trajectory of Mars, and you compound vectors like this in mathematics, simply like this with this, and you make a triangle. This is how you compound vectors, and you go and accelerate on the trajectory of Mars, and you could be stupid, but this is only kind of gravity. Okay. A circular mathematical one. So there are movements on Andromeda, maybe there are. And what you must remember, it is receding or approaching. The galaxy should make his mind, okay? Receding or approaching. 100 years ago by Hubble time, receding and now approaching. The galaxy should make his mind, okay?
If we wait a few billion years, Andromeda will be huge on the sky. It will be as big as our Milky Way, because we'll be very close to it. And then later, when the galaxies merge, the merged remnant of the Milky Way galaxy and Andromeda will look more like an elliptical galaxy, and we will be sitting right in it. So the view of the Milky Way on the night sky will be completely gone, and this band of light will be replaced by a more spheroidal distribution of light.
But I'm telling you, let's suppose that the Andromeda Galaxy is receding with 15 kilometers per second, how Hubble said. I believe that he did not say this. Nobody reads. By the time the Hubble, they were wondering if there is a gravitational system. Nobody knew if there is or not a gravitational system, Andromeda. Okay, so nobody proved that it is a gravitational system. But so if Andromeda is receding, gravity does not do this. And if Andromeda it is approaching us, the same gravity does not do this. Gravity is not attraction. You must understand. It is the sun does not attract the earth. The table does not attract. It is a sum between energy and mass. And this is how it comports. This is how it is made. Okay? But infinite movement. Like always. It will be always. And you know mathematically, but you do not know deep why. And I believe that it is an equilibrium between energy like electron energy indeed. Not like electric energy like energy of kinetic energy of movement and mass. Like in all times. So our sky could be dynamic, but 90% from the stars are static, total static, okay? And they are movements because our galaxy is surrounded by matter, and Andromeda is inside our galaxy. It is a star, like an installation, only a single group, like an installation of body that produce lights. And they are not suns, and nobody proved that Andromeda it is rotating. And how do you could say so in my video, this video, the galaxy could not make his mind in 100 years, receding or approaching. Goodbye, God bless. So our sky is dynamic because why to be static? Why? What it is to be static? If it is a vibration in any atom, you will wonder. So if you find that something is perfectly still, but not gravitational. Okay, I am explaining to you science. Okay, and I am against the Big Bang, and I want to demonstrate that you are crazy and illogical on all the earth who admits these kind of things. And I will demonstrate to you one at a time in one video. If you understand, you can take this and spread it. That everybody should ponder this. Why it is receding and approaching. It could not be, okay? So, goodbye, God bless. Science tea science, black tea, about Andromeda. There is some dynamism, but dynamism or movement do not imply acceleration or expanding or contracting of the universe, of the space. Goodbye.
For around a century, astronomers have known that it's moving towards us, but whether or not the two galaxies would actually collide or simply fly past each other remained unclear.